Hey there, Capricorns, and welcome to your December 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk you through some of the incredible energies coming up for you guys. Oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to this reading so much because I'm kind of learning about this time through you guys, because this is one of the most heavy Capricorn energetic times ever. We have Jupiter having just moved into your sign. Depending on when you're watching this, it goes in on December 3rd, I believe it is. I should have a video about that very soon. It may already be up, in which case you should just click over to my channel below and see if you can find it, because that energy is really shifting paradigm for us. This is a really changing time. Some people are really emerging, out of illness and into health. A lot of people are really taking businesses to the next level. A lot of people are really living in a way that they never have before. So you guys really are at the pinnacle of that, and you guys are really leading us in that sort of cardinal sense of, pioneering, formational, building energy. So congratulations, Capricorn, to be here during this time. You are doing really well. So even if things are feeling quite austere, because there can be an austerity, especially at the beginning of this transit for you, there will be things that present themselves this month. I felt very, very strongly as I was shuffling your cards for about 10 minutes before I started the video. I felt very, very strongly that there is opportunities that come in, and there are light bulb moments and a lot of just clear building opportunities. So it's like all the building materials are here. Are you ready to start sculpting? Are you ready to start building up? Are you ready to ascend? Because that's what this process really starts off for you. I saw a lot of images as I was shuffling, and I've already kind of let some of them go into the ether. But one of the main ones that I saw for you was just kind of living in more abundance than you have in a long time, which is interesting because Capricorn can be a bit of an effacing energy, but it can also be a very wealthy and very hierarchical energy as well. And I feel you to be really capitalizing on the latter. Okay, so really capitalizing on hierarchy, on wealth, on creation, on being atop what you've created for the last 5 or 6 years, 7 years really, because that's working in the Saturn cycle. Here marks a period of time in your life, Capricorn, where you can start living in a different way, almost living in a different class, or living in a different, I'm not even so much talking about rigid, like wealth class, but I'm talking about experiencing life in a different type of class, or a different type of lens, or a different type of reality. It really does shift for you. So we'll get straight into your tarot here in a second to understand what that looks like and what are some messages coming up within that. And I will say, before I get right into the tarot reading, I also, as I was thinking of your energy, I was like pacing around a lot, and there was like a sense of pressure, like a sense of duty, a sense of like, oh gosh, it was almost like this sort of like royal sense of like, wow, I've got to really become something for other people. So do be aware of that. It didn't feel necessarily good or bad, but it felt pressurized, and it felt like maybe not so healthy, like not so good for the body. Like there was just a sense of like, wow, I have to get a lot done. I have to because you might be ascending like 5 times quicker than everyone else. So there's like a million different things coming up, especially at the beginning of this transit, as we're transitioning from Jupiter and Sag energy to Jupiter and Capricorn energy. Watch out for too much buzzing of the mind. Okay, just a random message. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and cut your cards, and we'll see what's coming up for you guys. Okay. So I'll go ahead and cut for general energies for Capricorn. And as the holidays are coming up, guys, my new ebook, Moon Symbols, an astrological guide to healing your moon, will be going on to a holiday sale. So if you haven't been able to check that out yet, or if you wanted to get it as a gift for anyone who you think might benefit from understanding more about their moon and their moon sign, be sure to check that out with the link below. All right, let's see what's coming up for you guys. In the first week for Capricorns, you guys have the Seven of Cups, rooted down by Queen of Cups reversed. So starting off the month with quite an emotional experience. Interesting to see right during that time where Jupiter's changing sign. It's showing you very clearly where you haven't felt things, okay? So where things went unfelt, or where things got sort of buried in ambition, or buried in hierarchy, buried in divisions as well, dividing yourself amongst other people. There's a sense of like really coming into that feeling again. And through feeling that and through making small changes, even, you might really change the game for yourself. It might just all really start off with, what have I denied myself? What have I not allowed myself to receive? What have others not allowed me to receive? We don't want to work in victim mentality for sure with this transit, but a sort of objective idea of, what I went without, where there was deprivation is a great way to start off a Saturnian Capricornian paradigm, because those things will work beneath the surface and sort of be, what do I want to say? They'll sort of be tickling at you throughout the whole time, and you won't really know what it is, okay? And it can kind of like make you miss the mark just slightly. So come into contact with that, lest it kind of like lurch in front of you. Okay, Capricorns, week number 2, you guys have the 3 of Cups reversed, rooted down by the Lovers reversed. So quite a few reversals coming up. That's fine. I've talked about what I think of reversals quite a lot in other videos, but it just means that the lessons are coming through in roundabout ways. It means that the ideals represented in these archetypes can be a little bit tricky to come into contact with, and can come up in things that just aren't obvious. So there's maybe a not so obvious sense of crossroads, as well as community coming up for you in the second week. So how your support network, your immediate close friends, your platonic relationships, how they have sort of formed a crossroads for you, or how they have formed a lot of decisions that have to be made, a lot of discernment. So that's something for you for sure in December, is discernment. When I said that word, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. So there's something that you really have to maybe, I don't want to say judge. Judge is never the right word, but it's not in the sense of judging, like, oh, I'm going to judge that person. But like I mentioned this a lot in Libra's reading, I believe it was. So if you have some Libra, be sure to check that out. But the sense of like knowing how you need to proceed, how you need to move forward, and that sort of being like a judgment, and you don't really break from that. That's important for you guys this month. Okay, that kind of judgment, not the kind of judgment that's like, oh, I don't agree with that person's like, choices, I'm going to judge them. It's not that kind of judgment. It's like not allowing yourself wiggle room on something that you know is the right decision for you. Okay, I'm going to check out your third week to get more context. 8 of Swords reversed, rooted down by 6 of Swords reversed. This is interesting. So things are going to just feel a little bit upside down this month, Capricorn. Not in the sense, I don't see you being disoriented. It's not like that. But as the paradigm shifts and as things change, things just don't quite feel the same, and we have to like get our sea legs. So I sort of sense that you are getting your sea legs in these first 3 weeks. So you're going to see really clearly how you've been diverted, or how you've like false senses of transition, false sense of moving into smoother waters, as well as, what you thought might have been holding you back may not really be the thing. It might sort of be, you might really realize in the third week, because the third week's big for everybody. You might really realize, wow, that's what's been holding me back, or wow, that's what's been preventing me from, moving into a more authentic space. So really pay attention in the third week of December to the wow factor, or like, oh, yeah, that's what that is. There's like a light bulb moment for sure there. Week number 4, you guys have 7 of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by 9 of Cups reversed. Very interesting to observe that everything is reversed, okay, except for 7 of Cups, which has a huge significance that I will get into momentarily. But in the 4th week, you guys are going to really be seeing that reflection is not really where it's at, as well as, diverting yourself through many other different paths. Like, okay, this didn't work out, now I'm going to jump randomly and spontaneously onto this path. There's a focused, linear path that is not tied to the past that you have in the 4th week, and it's really important to move into. All of this aside, nothing this month can cover up this energy. So 7 of Cups, what is it about? It is about the pursuit of worldly pleasures that become so blinding that we lose sight of our own identity and who we actually are. This is a huge theme with a big Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter combination, which is exactly what we have going on in the sky right now. So you Capricorn are called to have sort of a karmic life mission to not forget the little things, to not get so blinded by all of these potentials, these riches, these like luxuries, these indulgences, these worldly possessions. They have to really, because they will be of significance to you regardless. And they will be changing. They will be hopefully growing more prominent for you. I do hope that for you, Capricorn, but you want to make sure that your identity comes with you. You want to make sure that you're not selling your soul in essence. And that's not to fearmonger or anything, but everything in December is going to make way for this. Okay, so if that is on the table, you're going to know it so keenly, so thoroughly, because everything else is just kind of fading off and it's all coming up roundabout, but this is obvious. This is clear. So if you're a Capricorn who is struggling with this ideal, healing that is going to be really clear, and healing that is going to be the name of the game for this month. And that's what all of your choices, as well as awakenings, as well as paths and reflections revolve around, is this sense of identity. Because that's what we've been talking about for a lot of the signs this month is identity complex, identity formation. And you're at the center of that because your energy requires a very solid foundational identity to build off of. And that's getting intensified by the transiting planets having so many things in Capricorn. So if you feel lacking in identity or dissociative of your identity, if that's something that resonates with you, this is an incredible month to, maybe have the therapy, or to do the psychoanalysis, or to even like book a reading. If you want to book a reading with me, that link is below. And yeah, you kind of might need a structured approach to it with all the Saturnian energy. You might not just want to like do all the touchy-feely things that are indicative of like, oh yes, I'm learning about myself, but you might really want to be journaling and really going day by day and reading between the lines and having a clear, concise history of what you're coming from, reading back over old journals, looking back at old pictures. There's a sense of healing this quite easily just through a structured approach. So this is a month that's going to show you your identity, Capricorn. This is a month that's going to show you all the choices that you need to make. And it's not a month of distractions, though. So nothing's going to distract from the broken pieces so that you can heal them and have a stronger foundation to move forward without the same clumsiness in the future. So becoming very precise, becoming very graceful, that is what you're moving into. So if you guys would like to see your central theme, as well as your 2 power cards for the month of December, we can jump over to Patreon for the extended. That'll be linked below, as well as in the center of your screen. Your likes, comments, and subscribes mean the world to me. Be sure to check the description box below for more information. And yeah, good luck, Capricorns. This is your time. Okay, we're moving into your time at least. We'll be talking soon. Much love. Bye.